market was convinced, and the consensus was that there was going to be a blue wave, which would have meant the Biden presidency, the Senate, and the House. And as the data is coming in now, I think many people were surprised that it looks like President Trump is going to win Florida, and he's picking up steam in North Carolina, Georgia, Wisconsin, Ohio, and Pennsylvania, and of course, Texas. Albeit it's too early to call many of those states, I think it's really exceeded a lot of people's expectation. And now consensus has shifted from a blue wave to a possible gridlock outcome where no one controls all the houses of government. So this is a very new and positive development. If you look at the futures are up on this news, and this is somewhat surprising.
Okay, and then as we see about the campaign by incumbent President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden has given the outside world an insight into the issues that matter to American voters. What is the most issue that is matter to the American voters?
Yeah, well, there are a number of them. There are about four, Daniel, that I want to focus on here. First is healthcare. Of course, Vice President Biden wants a public option, more government control over healthcare, whereas President Trump wants privatized healthcare at lower costs. The core issue, though, is taxes moving forward. Vice President Biden wants to raise taxes both on corporations from 21% to 28%, which would have a bad impact on earnings. He also wants to raise the long-term capital gains for people who own stocks over the long term from a 20% capital gains rate to ordinary income, which could be as high as 39%. The COVID policies are somewhat different. President Trump wants to open up the economy. He's confident we're going to have a vaccine in a number of weeks, whereas Vice President Biden wants to open more slowly and keep more restrictions in place, which would hinder the economy in the short term. And then finally is the economy and the jobs. And President Trump is focused on recreating jobs. We've already regained more than 12 million jobs that were lost as a result of COVID. So that's been a core central theme to his campaign. And Vice President Biden wants to focus on first defeating COVID and then worrying about jobs later. So that's really the core issues, Daniel.